People's State Bank is a locally owned and managed bank with convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology and low fees, People's State Bank is it. As a community bank, they're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become a part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
Grant Regional Health Center, Sullivan Auctioneers, Big Iron Realty, Lancaster Dental Associates, Millie's Diner, Pink's Automotive, Good Knees Garage, Point and Flush Sportsman's Club, Rosemeyer Management Group, Breckler Insurance, McNett Electric, Mound City Bank, Ready Feed and Grain LLC, Southwest Health, and WCC Brands.
Good evening and welcome to the WIAA Division III Sectional Semifinal Volleyball matchup, as it is the Mineral Point Pointers hosting the Marshall Cardinals with Arena Satterley. I'm John Satterley. Thank you for joining us here for Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school sports, presented by Cuba City Kieler and Darlington Family Dental and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. Our Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel is live and powered by H&N Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical and Laley Center Monroe. This is your Raleigh Cheese pre-match show presented to you by Raleigh Cheese at the intersection of Highways 11 and 23 in the heart of Lafayette County. Don't forget the cheese. Marshall coming into this matchup champions of the Capital South with an 8-2 conference mark, 25-10 overall. The Mineral Point Pointers conference champions of the SWAL, unblemished in play in the SWAL Conference with a mark of 10-0, 36-4 overall. Raina, this is a team in Mineral Point that went to state last year, and so far to this point being ranked number 6 in the Max Preps Wisconsin volleyball rankings. We just got done covering a team that's ranked number 5 in the IHSA in the Galena Pirates, who are looking for a regional championship this evening. If you're tuning in looking for that, we can give you a shoebox scoreboard update that the Galena Pirates did defeat Eastland in the first set 25-13. But one thing we saw with Galena, we see a lot with Mineral Point as well. That is great ball movement and real solid net play.
Absolutely. Both blocks and kill attempts. Not very many misses.
No, and again, the errors that you do see are very few and far between. And when you get to this level, you have to make sure that you can have mistakes. That's why they call them errors, but you don't want them to be catastrophic, ending a run. You don't want it to give
momentum breaker.
Yes, you don't want, one of your mistakes lead to a run for your opponent. Coming up here in our Raleigh Cheese pre-match show, had a chance to talk with both head coaches, Carey Cabot of the Mineral Point Pointers and Christina Schreiber of the Marshall Cardinals. We'll hear from them. We'll take a look at the brackets. We'll let you know what's going on our Queen Bee Radio family of stations and so much more as we get you ready for this WIAA Division III Sectional Semifinal Volleyball matchup for Mineral Point High School. It's the Mineral Point Pointers hosting the Marshall Cardinals. The road to the Resch Center lives here on Queen Bee Radio, X1071, X1071.com, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Pre-game 1. Farming is risky business. Protecting your business means managing risk. That's where Tricor Insurance comes in.
When we're working with our clients or our future clients, it's really important that we understand the business that they're in. Our role is to help make these businesses more successful.
Tricor Insurance works with Grinnell Mutual to design insurance packages built uniquely for you and your farm or agribusiness. Tricor Insurance and Grinnell Mutual are ready to work for you.
Enjoy the colors of fall and take a drive to Raleigh Cheese House. Stop in and try our award-winning artisan cheeses like Dunbarton Blue, Red Rock, and Little Mountain. Try our own fresh, squeaky cheese curds made every week. We also carry many other local cheeses, a wide variety of snacks, deli sandwiches, and beverages. It is worth the drive to shop locally and taste the difference of handmade Wisconsin cheese at Raleigh Cheese House on the corner of Highways 11 and 23 Shellsburg.
What are you doing out there?
Come on!
I saw you at the game the other night. Yeah, you. Up there getting mad, acting like we're all out there making $1 million a game. Well, let me be real with you. This isn't the pros. It's school sports, and it's a game, our game. So please, let us play.
School sports fans, remember, when you cheer for your team, make noise for the right reasons. This message presented by the NFHS and the NIAAA.
And all student athletes in Wisconsin.
Get ready. Little Mini Wrestling is coming live. Experience the Raging Cage and Cage match with body slams, tag team chaos, and the wildest battle royal you've ever seen. Starring Cactus Crack, Nasty Boy, Meatball, Amish Outlaw, Mama Midget, Micro Wario, Daddy Cool, and so many more. Don't miss this family-friendly night of full throttle fun. Visit LittleManiaWrestling.com for tickets. Total Takedown, Total Mayhem.
Little Mania Wrestling All-Stars World Tour. Sunday, November 2nd at Grand River Center in Dubuque. Doors open at 3 p.m. Show starts at 4:30. Get tickets now at LittleManiaWrestling.com.
Pre-game one.
The Cheats pre-match show on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. WIAA Division III Sectional Semifinal Volleyball for Mineral Point High School as the Pointers are hosting the Marshall Cardinals. We're now being joined by head coach Christina Schreiber of the Marshall Cardinals. And Coach, thank you for taking time out of your very busy schedule to join me.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Let's talk a little bit about your Marshall Cardinals. People got a little bit familiar with seeing you against Darlington, but who is one of your players that has really, from the first day of practice, has kind of shown to be that leader that maybe you didn't expect, that's really been shining through on this road to the Resch Center?
Sure. I think Summer Hellenbrand has really stepped up in her leadership role, really taking her voice to another level and her gameplay.
You know, this conference that you play in, you know, how tough is it and how's it really built you for this road to the Resch as you face a team in Mineral Point that a lot of people look at as one of the premier teams in Division III?
Sure. Our conference is actually split with D4 and D3 teams. Waterloo, who is a very, very competitive team this year, they're also in the sectional semifinal match in D4 tonight. They're a very competitive team. Cambridge went up against a really tough Luther Prep team for regional finals. They're a good competitive team in our conference. We just have a lot of really good competitive teams that put pressure on us.
And it almost seems like these conferences overlap when it comes to the playoffs. You have to get through these conferences to make it any further. How has that competitive balance been, you know, in the Madison metro area, which you could kind of consider Mineral Point being in that as well, you know, to really say we have some of the best volleyball in the state of Wisconsin, and it almost kind of goes under the radar?
Yeah, I think a lot of the teams in our conference do compete in really tough Madison area tournaments as well. So not only are we getting good conference gameplay, they're getting experience outside at other tournaments, same as we do, where we go play higher level, higher division tournaments and really challenge ourselves.
How much fun are you having on this playoff run? Because, you know, you don't do this just for work. You do it to have fun. How much fun have you been having, and how much fun have these ladies been having on this road to have more practices, more opportunities to be together as a team?
Yeah, this team that I have this year thrives off of fun, while also being competitive while having fun. So it's been just a lot of fun to implement more fun type of drills and really putting an emphasis on being energetic and communicative and having just fun while competing.
One final question for you, Coach. Keys to the match. What would be the main key to get a big win on the road and move to a sectional championship on Saturday?
Service pressure, and on top of that, having fun.
Coach, I appreciate the time. Look forward to seeing a great match here tonight in Mineral Point, and good luck to your Cardinals.
Great, thank you.
Thank you very much. Head coach Christina Schreiber of the Marshall Cardinals joined us on our Raleigh Cheese pre-match show. The road to the Resch Center lives here on X1071.
Pre-game 2.
Last chance to join the holiday crew at Land's End. Time's running out to grab a flexible, fun job that fits your lifestyle and boost your holiday budget. Whether you're a student, a parent, or just looking to earn extra cash this season, join the Land's End team. And here's the best part. During peak holiday dates, you'll earn 1.5 times holiday pay plus other holiday surprises. Don't miss out. Apply now at landsend.com/jobs. That's landsend.com/jobs. Land's End, where flexibility meets fun.
Life can get busy. Work, family, endless to-do lists, but don't let your health take a backseat. A mammogram is an important screening that only takes a few minutes, and it could be a step toward peace of mind for you and your loved ones. Whether it's your first or your annual visit, Grant Regional makes it quick, easy, and it's one thing you can check off your list. Make your health a priority. Schedule your mammogram today, accepting medical associates, dean, and quartz insurance to name a few. Grant Regional Health Center. Better health starts here.
Dairies of all sizes can benefit from the labor reduction, consistency, and constant monitoring available with the GIA automation solutions at Fuller's Milker Center. Your dairy is unique and deserves automation solutions that fit your herd and management style. Whether you're looking to automate the entire milking process, your pre or post milking routine, or your calf feeding system, GIA has the customizable automation solution for you. Contact Fuller's Milker Center, LLC, your GIA dealer in Lancaster and Richland Center to learn more about automating your dairy.
Are you getting the... On these colder mornings, you may need a new Motorcraft tested tough battery from Pioneer Ford Sales in Platteville. Stop in and they will test your battery for free. Motorcraft tested tough batteries start at just $149.95 or 30,000 Ford Pass reward points plus tax and installation. You also get a 24-month battery replacement warranty. Pricing good until December 31st. Pioneer Ford Sales in Platteville, keeping you safe on the roads this winter. Pre-game 2.
This is the Road to the Rush Center on the X, Extreme 107.1, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. WIAA Division III Sectional Semifinal matchup from Mineral Point High School as the Pointers are hosting the Marshall Cardinals. Now being joined by head coach of the Mineral Point Pointers, Carey Cabot. Thank you again for taking time out to join us. What a night and what an atmosphere here for volleyball.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me too. Yeah, we're excited to be able to have the home match tonight and that home court advantage and just the home feel, and looking out in the stands and seeing our community exactly where they sit, that's going to definitely be an advantage for us. So
getting here, seeing the student section tailgating before, grilling out and everything, what has this volleyball team done for this school to really make everybody feel like this is a must-be event?
Yeah, our guys are a lot of fun. They like to, celebrate and have a lot of fun. That's kind of been the tradition the last couple years with the tailgating for our postseason matches, and I definitely think it helps our girls pump them up, coming into that environment and seeing them excited for them. Helps them just want to play better.
Having a little bit of a break from the regional championship now to the sectional semifinal, what did you learn about your opponent Marshall this evening that you're glad that you had that little extra time to be able to prepare?
Yeah, they're going to be tough. I mean, they're just solid all the way around. They have, a well-balanced offense, so we have to be ready from all positions to be, defensively sound and being able to play defense against all of their hitters. They also serve really aggressively, so we just need to be calm in our serve-receive rotations and just be ready for that and pass like we have been all year. So
the confidence level of this team has to be off the charts right now. How do you manage those expectations, when it could be, we have this record, we're, this in conference, and just remember, it's literally just one set at a time, one match at a time.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about that all the time. Our girls really know that the focus has to be at 1 point at a time, and then we go, from there. So I think our girls are ready for this age. It's been nice to have some girls that were on that state team last year that have been there that can kind of help along. We do have a young squad, but, really doing a good job of, that leadership and keeping our younger players calm and just, knowing that their role is to just get the next point and be calm under pressure.
One final question for you, Coach. Let's go with some keys to the match. What will be the main key for the Pointers to move on to a sectional championship on Saturday?
I think what it's going to come down to tonight is just minimizing errors. We need to be, just solid all the way around. We have to, be aggressive when we can be smart and find the open shots. But like I said before, we need to pass well. I think it's going to come down to which team we can pass better and run their offense better tonight. So,
Coach, I appreciate the time. Look forward to seeing a great match tonight, and hopefully we get a chance to do this again on our post-match show.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Head coach of the Mineral Point Pointers, Carey Cabot, joining us here on the X, Extreme 107.1. The Road to the Rush Center lives here on Queen Bee Radio.
In Game 1.
Are high bank fees draining your wallet? It's time for a change.
At People's State Bank, they believe in low fees that put you first.
Tired of being charged for using your debit card, sneaky paper statement fees, or monthly maintenance fees?
With People's State Bank's People's Checking Account, those fees are a thing of the past.
Worried about ATM fees?
At People's State Bank, they reimburse you for up to 3 ATM fees per month. They work hard to keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket.
Make the switch to People's State Bank today. Visit a branch near you or peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC.
Our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school sports on Queen Bee Radio is presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental, and by Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. Check out our upcoming schedule at am1590wpdl.com.
In Game 1.
This is your Raleigh Cheese pre-match show on the X Extreme 1071 and X1071.com, plus our Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. WIAA Division III Sectional Semifinal matchup from Mineral Point High School, as it is the Mineral Point Pointers hosting the Marshall Cardinals. With Arena Satterley, I'm John Satterley. Thank you for joining us for this broadcast of high school sports. And Raina just kind of we've been changing gears here on the X on all the stations of Queen Bee Radio, covering Wisconsin versus Illinois is going to feel more our speed from what we've been used to covering with the state of Wisconsin, with going 5 sets. We've just seen, the Galena Pirates, again, on the shoebox scoreboard update. Galena took set number 1 over the Eastland Cougars 25-13, so we will keep you up to date on that with our shoebox scoreboard. But one thing that we see with the 5-set matchups, there can be a little bit of a feeling out process, and tonight really seems to be one of those matchups where there really could be a feeling out process, where Mineral Point will try to impose their will right away, and Marshall will try to figure out where can they find a little bit of the kink in the Pointers' armor.
Right, and I can't imagine there's very many common opponents between these two.
Right, trying to take a look at what we had for the schedule. If you look at the Marshall Cardinals coming into this contest with a 25-10 overall record, they were first in the Capital South with an 8-2 conference mark. You look at a couple of the matchups they had, defeating the Belleville Wildcats 3-0. New Glarus 3-0. Wisconsin Heights 3-0. You start going down the line again, then losing to New Glarus 3-2. Playing the Dodgeville Dodgers. That's how they, on the road to the Rec Center to get here, it was 3-0 to Dodgeville, 3-0 over Darlington. So the Marshall Cardinals, they have not suffered a loss when it comes to any sets in this road to the Rec Center.
And it sounds like common opponents for Marshall and Mineral Point are division foes for Pointers and tournament foes for Marshall.
Absolutely.
It's a little different feeling to the games when you get to them.
Absolutely. Lancaster, we saw the matchup with the Lancaster Flying Arrows and the Mineral Point Pointers, where it was 3-0. Lancaster, they definitely kept up with the Pointers for a little bit of time, but they were able to give Mineral Point maybe they pushed them. It looks 3-0, but it doesn't, that doesn't tell you the entire story.
It often doesn't.
And then against the River Valley Blackhawks, 3-1. So Mineral Point has experienced losing in a set and try to bounce back from a loss. I wonder how that will work tonight for the Marshall Cardinals, where if they get down and get behind, since they haven't had to worry about that so far in this playoff run, how much will that affect this team?
It's definitely a concern. I mean, for any playoff team, you don't want that deficit to become debilitating.
Absolutely not. And it's one of those situations you look at how can your team battle back? How can they take care of business when they face adversity? We see that so many times.
It comes down to fundamentals.
It does, and it seems like,
Which Coach Cabot kind of talked about, good passing, running the offense. That's kind of what they're going to have to do, either team.
Absolutely. That's where we're looking at both teams. Let's take a look at your injury report presented to you by Russell Law Offices. The experienced team of personal injury lawyers will fight for your rights and help you get the compensation that you deserve. Visit RussellLawWI.com. Well, there have been no injuries for either team. That was out of the ordinary from the end of the regular season. So good news on that. Again, for both teams, you don't want to see anybody with any injuries this time of year.
No, ever. But
I mean, exactly ever. You don't want to, especially at the level of 14 to 18-year-olds playing a game. You don't want to see anybody get injured, but that's part of our job, is to report on that if there is anybody down. And considering how active the game of volleyball is, it's not surprising if there are injuries. A sprained ankle, I'm kind of surprised there haven't been more. And even, probably some sore elbows, some sore shoulders, sore knees. Just how athletically gifted these young ladies are, that there hasn't been nearly the type of injuries that you see in other sports.
And I would chalk that up to good conditioning.
Absolutely.
You and I have conversations about that every sports season, whether conditioning would improve, or reduce the number of injuries or not.
Absolutely. That's your injury report presented to you by Russell Law Offices. The experienced team of personal injury lawyers will fight for your rights and help you get the compensation that you deserve. Visit RussellLawWI.com. We'll come back with your starting lineups, the national anthem, and the first serve. WIAA Division III sectional semifinal matchup. The Mineral Point Pointers, the Marshall Cardinals. The road to the Rush Center lives here on Queen Bee Radio.
In Game 2.
Hello, Dr. Matt here from Cuba City Family Dental. Something we take pride in is having 3 state-of-the-art facilities in Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington. Our investment in the latest technology and innovative services allows us to provide top-notch dental care to our area families. Take control of your oral health and make an appointment with our team, and let's make your smile the best it can be. Contact Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental now, and let's start this journey together. Keep smiling, Tri-States.
Watch live and archived H&N Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical and Lady Center Monroe High School sports video coverage all season on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Get the latest schedule at AM1590WPBL.com.
In Game 2.
Back to our Raleigh Cheese pre-match show on Extreme 107.1. Let's go ahead and go courtside for our national anthem.
You are able to stand and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
As we get ready for WIAA Division III Sectional Semifinal Volleyball, let's go ahead and get to your starting lineups. Presented to you by Fuller's Milker Center. See Fuller's complete hygiene line and options for your brand new dairy setup or existing parlor remodel. Fuller's in Lancaster, Richland Center, and at Fuller'sMilkerCenter.com. First for the Marshall Cardinals, champions of the Capital South, with a 25-10 record coming into tonight's matchup. They are the number 2 seed in this bracket. A senior number 3, Kara Hellenbrand. Number 4, a junior, Carly Checky. A junior number 6, Kaylee Gores. Ava Newberger is a junior wearing number 7. Summer Hellenbrand, a junior wearing number 8. Mackenzie Logan, a sophomore wearing number 10. And Kennedy Weisensell, she is a senior, she's a libero and will wear number 11. Christina Schreiber is the head coach of the Marshall Cardinals. Now the starting lineup for the host, Mineral Point Pointers, under the direction of head coach Carey Cabot. The Mineral Point Pointers, SWAL Conference champions, an overall record of 36-4. A sophomore number 1, Tenley Backup. A junior number 5, Sophie Miller. Number 6, Kinley Proust. She is a sophomore. The senior, number 7, Maddie Cabot. A sophomore, number 10, Bryn Swenson. Bree Swenson is a junior, and she wears number 11. And the pointer libero is a junior, wearing number 16, Ava Ingwell. Your starting lineups presented to you by Fuller's Milker Center. See Fuller's Complete Hygiene Line and options for your brand new dairy setup or existing partner remodel. Fuller's in Lancaster Richland Center and at fullersmilkercenter.com. Giving you the colors of the game. Presented to you by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental. 3 convenient locations to serve your dental needs. The Marshall Cardinals with black jerseys with red numbers and white outline. Mineral Point with black jerseys, blue outline, white numerals. Also, like to let you know, we are broadcasting from the Ayers Furniture best seat in the house in the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth. Ayers Furniture, downtown Ridgeway, for free delivery on heirloom quality furniture for every room in your home. For what's sure to be the best seat in your house, be sure to visit Ayers Furniture and AyersFurniture.com. Extreme 107.1 is WPVL FM, Platteville, Dubuque, a Queen Bee radio station with Arena Satterley. I'm John Satterley. Our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school sports is presented to you by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. If you're listening online, x1071.com, or on the radio dial, 107.1 FM. You can also watch and listen to us on our Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel live, powered by H&N Plumbing, Heating and Electrical, and Laley Center of Monroe. That has been your pre-match show presented to you by Raleigh's Cheese at the intersection of Highways 11 and 23 in the heart of Lafayette County. Don't forget the cheese, squeaky, fresh cheese curds tomorrow morning, not just at Raleigh's Cheese, but also at multiple convenience stores around southwest Wisconsin and northwest Illinois. Mineral Point, both teams are wearing black, so if you are watching on the YouTube stream, Mineral Point is on the right. Marshall is on the left. Mineral Point will serve, and we are underway. Taken in the back row by the Cardinals. Far side with the set. Kill attempt is going to be wide by Carly Checky. It's 1-0 in favor of Mineral Point. The libero part of our colors of the game. Mineral Point's libero is wearing a blue jersey with black trim and white numeral. So
I think that first serve would have gone long, so.
I think you're right, and a tip kill is going to be down for the Marshall Cardinals. That by Kaylee Gores ties us up at 1. Marshall's libero, who will now be serving, that is Kennedy Weisensell. She is wearing the white jersey with black trim and red numerals. She runs up, and as a jump serve down in front, it's going to be taken by Ingwell. High in the air from the back row for the kill. That's going to be way long. 2-1 in favor of the Cardinals. I know there's where
that was an attack from the 10-foot line. It was a little hard to do from there.
That it is. It can be done, but it's not the easiest thing to do.
Not the most accurate either.
No, it's not. But some people make a living on it. 2 serving 1. The Marshall Cardinals serving left to right. As we see, it looks like there's a little bit of confusion with, I don't know if it's coaches or with the official.
I think it's just proximity to the scorer's table. They want the managers back behind a little bit.
Back behind. Got it. I think you're correct on that. Weisensell with the serve. Will be taken back row by Ingwell. Quick set in the middle. It'll be blocked, kept alive by the Pointers. High into the rafters, bounces off the roof, and it'll be taken over to the Cardinals side. Quick set. Kill attempt is blocked by Proust. Now Marshall with a bump set. Actually, it'll be a free over. Mineral Point with a jump set from the back row, flying in, and with the kill. That is down by Bryn Swenson, tying us at 2.
We called her name a lot the last time we were here.
You know, whether it's Bryn, whether it's Bree, they are both powerful attackers for the Pointers. Right. Well, I'm just saying, if I just say Swenson, I have to say Bryn or Bree.
Right.
Now serving is Bryn Swenson, taken in the middle of the court. Bump set to the far side, standing one-hander over by Checky, blocked by the Pointers. Back to Checky for the kill attempt. She swings, and it goes on the line, in for a point for the Marshall Cardinals. 3-2 here in the first set.
Proust got the first block, but the second kill attempt went over her.
3 serving 2 here for the Marshall Cardinals. Again, both teams wearing black jerseys. Only the liberos really the difference in who you can tell. White for Marshall, blue for Mineral Point.
Red
High
numerals
set
for
in the
Marshall.
air. It's going to be partially tipped by the Cardinals. High in the air, left side, going to the back row by Checky. It's going to be taken by the Pointers. Quick set, going to the back row, and it's on the line in. Point for the Pointers. 3-3, set number 1.
I think that was Proust again.
I think you're absolutely correct. We do have a shoebox scoreboard update. The Galena Pirates are regional champions, defeating the Eastland Cougars. We'll get the score in just a moment. Quick far side. That was really low. Almost could have been a lift. High in the air. For Mineral Point. Going for the kill. Rejected off the top of the tape on the kill attempt by Maddie Cabot. It is 4-3.
A rare hitting error.
25-17, 25-13. Okay, 25-13, 25-17. The Galena Pirates are regional champions. We will be following them on Tuesday at the sectional semifinal. High in the air with the back set, going for the tip kill. That almost looked like a lift as well by Bree Swenson. Now here to the near side is really close to that. It's blocked, kept alive by Marshall, will be freed over. Now Mineral Point goes on offense. Set to the near side, running up on it. Kill attempt dug out somehow in the back row by Checky. Now on the left side, rejected by the
Oh, that was
net.
4 hits.
Yep, rejected by the net.
They did call 4 hits. Yep.
And I love the angle we have. If you're watching on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, we are just off to the left of the MP, so we actually get a different angle.
To see it.
It is.
And we're not blocked by an official.
That's true. Sadie Miller now will serve for the Pointers. 4-4, set number 1. Spinning serve, high in the air near the net, hit over by Newberger. Now Mineral Point in the middle of the court, 2 hands over and down. That almost looked like an oops by Tenley Baca, 5-4 Pointers.
It worked.
Hey, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
That's right.
That was confusion,
And
though.
even better to be both.
Right, on the Marshall sideline is where it seemed to be a little bit of confusion. Hard serve taken in the back row by Hellenbrand. Quick set, blocked by Mineral Point, but it will go out. Kill for Kira Hellenbrand. We're tied at 5. And this is what, Raina, you and I were talking about in our Raleigh Chiefs pre-match show of the feeling out process. Both teams trying to see what's going to work with this rotation and what is going to be their mode of attack. Serve upcoming here for, look at that, Brooke Setterland. Now it's a back set for the Pointers. Hard kill attempt by Maddie Cabot. Taken to the front row on the right side. Tipped at the tape, and it will be a point for Marshall. They now lead 6-5.
I think that was Addie Brown that hit that.
It looked like it was Addie Brown. That would be correct. Addie Brown just subbed in. Junior wearing number 9. She's on the near side of the net.
Serving is Brooke Setterland.
Setterland's jump serve will be taken on the right side, and that will be an ace as Bryn Swenson had a hard time controlling that one. It is now 7-5 in favor of the Marshall Cardinals. Match is being brought to you in part by Gorgon Funeral Services, caring for families since 1916. Gorgon Funeral Services, Dodgeville, Mineral Point. Serve over high in the air by Ingwell. Now the far side, Cabot launches, and it's down 7-6. In favor of Marshall.
Very nice bump set there by Miller.
Dan's Auto Center and Mineral Point for experts. The experts for auto service and repairs for tune-ups, new tires, and complete diagnostics. Visit the experts at Dan's Auto Center in Mineral Point. As it will be Maddie Cabot to serve. Low line driver taking the back row. And that will be pushed to the front. Tip kill attempt. Down for the Marshall Cardinals. And that was Summer Helen. Nope. Yeah, it was Summer Hellenbrand. Thank you. Sometimes don't second guess it, just do it.
Yep, it's hard to see the 8 and the 9 look a lot alike.
Especially because of the black jerseys, red numerals, and then the ponytail right there too.
Yeah, but they're slightly different color ponytails.
Right.
So we can tell that way.
I'll let you look at the color of the ponytails, I'll look at the number.
Mackenzie Logan.
Logan serve over, taken the back row by Ingwell. Quick set, going to the left side. Taken by the Cardinals, almost looked like it was over. Now going to the back row, taken by Cabot near the net, tipped over by the Pointers, and I think they're going to call for a lift. They are. Over the net.
Over the net.
9-6, Marshall leading Mineral Point, set number 1. And the Marshall students reminding Mineral Point that you can't do that.
I so hate that.
I know. I liked what was the one last night we heard that was really good?
You can't stop us.
Yeah, you can't stop her, I think is what it was. Yeah, that was great. Bump set, near side, running from the back row. That's going to be too deep by the Pointers. Bryn Swenson is now 10-6 in favor of Marshall in set number 1. Marshall coming out aggressive now with 3 consecutive points. It was just tied at 5 apiece, so 5-1 run for the Cardinals. Jump serve taken by Ingwell. Back row, high set near side. Kill attempt taken on the back row by the Cardinals. Hard kill, that's down from the far side. Summer Hellenbrand makes it 11-6 in favor of Marshall. Timeout. Mineral Point will take it as well. 11-6, Mineral Point leading. Marshall leading Mineral Point. The road to the Rush Center lives here on Queen Bee Radio Sports.
In Game 3.
If you're upgrading a home or business, call the trusted pros at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. They offer a premium selection of CHI overhead doors combining style, durability, and security for both residential and commercial properties. Need rain gutters to protect your building from water damage? Carey's has you covered there too. Learn more at Carey'sGuttersandDoors.com. They sell the best and service the rest. Get the quality you deserve at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors, Belmont, and Prairie du Chien.
Our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school sports on Queen Bee Radio is presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental, and by Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. Check out our upcoming schedule at am1590wpvl.com.
In Game 3.
Shoebox scoreboard update, 11-6. Marshall leading Mineral Point in set number 1. Here at Mineral Point School District, DeSoto leading Highland, set number 1. Tonight's matchup brought to you in part by Ivy Construction, family-owned and operated ready-mix aggregate and excavation company serving Southwest Wisconsin. Ivy Construction, Mineral Point. The Pointers need to construct a run after a timeout. As a serve by Marshall, high into the air, here near side, going for the tip. Kill, and that's down. Bryn Swenson gets the Pointers a point, 11-7.
Gets the side out.
Lely Center Monroe. Call your local dairy automation specialist Jordan Wilson at Lely Center Monroe. Tenley Backup to serve. Deep to Weisencell. Going for the tip kill on the line. It is out. It's wide. Point Pointers. 11-8. Anderson
Not
Weber,
a bad idea.
Anderson Weber Toyota Dubuque powering our audio stream. Anderson Weber Toyota Dubuque, when you are ready. Tenley Backup is ready to serve. 8 serving 11 in set number 1. Deep serve taken by Logan. Near the net, going cross court, taken in by Cabot in the back row. He's going to go way back row. Cabot will get some topspin on it. Keeping it alive, he'll go for a tip kill, but too short by Hellenbrand. It's a point for the Pointers, and it's now 11-9. 3 in a row by Mineral Point after the timeout.
And that's what Coach Cabot wanted to see.
And that's why you call it timeout, right?
One point at a time.
That's why you call it timeout. High floating serve taken to the back row by Weisencell. Tip kill is dunked. What a block by Bryn Swenson. It's 11-10. Pointers are within 1.
A nice fine touch, and she was very close to being over the net right in front of the referee. They did not call that. Nice job.
Pointers look like whatever little rust they had, they just shook it off over the last 4 serves. It's 10 serving 11 off the top of the tape, taken by Hellenbrand. High set in the air going to Hellenbrand. It's going to be kept alive by the Pointers. Somehow punching it over, going to the back row. It's in! Tied at 11.
Now we're seeing some energy on the Pointers side.
Momentum shifting here in Mineral Point. Game presented to you by Claire Bank with their convenient location in Southwest Wisconsin. Proud to support our community events. Claire Bank, where they say we can do that. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Tenley Backup serve deep and just out. That
First
was
service error of the evening.
Just a couple of inches away from being an ace in the back line.
Take just a smidge off of that and it's in.
Just a little bit. 12 serving 11 as Summer Hellenbrand with a right-hand serve. They'll be bumped to the front. Quick set. Kill is going to be dug out and kept alive somehow by the Cardinals. It is in. They're trying to... Nope, it is a point. It went off the antenna.
Yep.
12-12. It is so loud in here. We are not using a crowd mic for 1. For 2, you could not hear the whistle. The great thing is both teams are continuing play until they are waved off. Mineral Point with the serve, and it's an ace. Pointers now take the lead, 13-12. All the way to the back row, Sophie Miller. That was too close to let fly, and the Marshall Cardinals now trail by 1. Sophie Miller's right-hand serve, once again deep into the Marshall line. Right side, going for the kill attempt, it's blocked! Kaylee Gore's attempt is going to be blocked by the Mineral Point Pointers, and timeout Marshall, 14-12 in favor of the Pointers. We'll take them as well as the road to the rest center lives here on Queen Bee Radio.
In game 4.
Timeout.
All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the WIAA and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
Hi, this is Steve Schmidt, owner of the Shoebox in downtown Black Earth. We have thousands of pairs of shoes in stock, no waiting. So stop in anytime, specializing in size, selection, and fit. We will save you money. P.S. We measure both feet. Stop into the Shoebox, the largest shoe store at the north end of Black Earth.
In game 4.
Mountain City Bank's total line of credit allows you the use of equity in your home to do the things you want. Stop at a Mountain City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Learn more at mountainCityBank.com. The serve goes deep. Point for Marshall after the timeout, 14-13. Stop the Mineral Point momentum, which is what timeouts are designed to do. Libero Kennedy Weisensell will serve. High in the air with a set from the back row into the net is Maddie Cabot. We're tied at 14.
When we saw Mineral Point before, they had 5 service errors for the entire match. They already have 2.
Well, that's sometimes the level of play makes your adrenaline go a little different levels. Bump toward the net, and it'll be dunked back down. Akira Hellenbrand makes it 15-14 Marshall. Because some of the bump sets in the back row are almost self-defense, how hard and accurate these serves are by both squads. Low line driver taken by Ingwell. High set near side, flying in for the kill. Bryn Swenson ties it at 15. You can tell when Bryn Swenson's feeling it from what we've seen so far. She takes a good 3, 4, 5 steps, leaps in the air, and just goes with reckless abandonment.
And she's a sophomore.
She now serves. Quick step going with left hand. Blocked by the Pointers. Bree Swenson with the block, giving Mineral Point a 1-point advantage in set number 1 at 16-15. West End Salvage of Lancaster, see Junkyard Joe Krantz and the West End Salvage team for recycling as well as construction and demolition waste too. West End Salvage Lancaster near the net on an overpass. It'll be blocked by Maddie Cabot. 17-16 Pointers. Already having to go to a second row on my scorekeeping. a lot of punts in this first set. Serve over, nice low line driver, high in the air with the set kill attempt to the back row, dug out by Ava Ingwell near the Mineral Point bench, kept alive, tip killo, just rejected by the net. Maddie Cabot, she saw a big opening on the near side, but the tape stopped her.
I think she was thinking she was closer to the
net than she was.
Yeah.
17-16. Mineral Point with a 1-point advantage in set number 1.
Ava Newberger serving.
Both conference champions. Newberger's serve taken back row by Ingwell. High set to the near side, running in. Cabot, it'll be partially blocked, kept alive by Newberger. Far side, Checky with the kill attempt. It touches the back line. We're tied at 17.
I think Marshall caught Point cheating up there.
Why not? If you're able to.
Yep, there's a whole lot of court behind you, though.
Win in Rome.
Well, there's a whole lot of court behind him to
yes,
cover.
there is. Ava Newberger's serve is into the net. Service error by the Cardinals. It's now 18-17 Mineral Point.
First service error.
Brian's Auto Body and Paint Specialists. The pros at Brian's get the job done right for unexpected dings or major repair projects. Head to Brian's Auto Body and Paint. Lancaster, high in the air, far side, coming in for the hard kill. That's down for the Cardinals. Carly Checky ties us at 18.
And she'll serve.
Congratulations, you get the hard kill point and you get the serve. Checky to serve, tied at 18, set number 1. Checky running, jump serve, low line driver taken by Ingwell. Far side going to the back row, taken by the Cardinals. Now pushing the back row, Ingwell will take it. Bump set to the near side, it'll be way too long by Maddie Cabot. 19-18 Marshall. WCC Brands, Custom Apparel in Kieler, and WCC-Brands.com, proud sponsors of high school sports on Queen Bee Radio. As Carly Checky will serve 19 serving 18. Now we're tied at 19. Another service error hitting that one into the net. Shoebox scoreboard update. DeSoto 19, Highland 12 in set number 1. Steve Prestegard with the call on that one.
Sadie Miller now in to serve.
Thank you. Sadie's serve is going to be taken in the mid row. Far side kill attempt off the top of the tape, and they're going to say into the net was Kinley Proust.
No. Number 24.
There is. Oh, it is. Yeah, she was in there. Macy Kinch. Sometimes they do that for a 6. So my apologies. 20-19 in favor of Marshall. Serve over by Brooks Setterlund. Quick set near the net. It'll be a kill attempt by Cabot. Near the net. Hit dunked over. Kept alive by Marshall. It's near the net again. Point for Mineral Point. That's going to be Macy Kinch getting the point back. We're tied at 20 in set number 1.
I don't think she touched it, John.
It was close.
It stayed on this side of the net.
She was at least there to alter the hit.
She impacted the attempt for sure.
I'll let you look at the stat wise. I'll just go with. Yeah, we'll go with it. Served by Maddie Cabot. Far side kill is down for Marshall. Once again, swinging for the fences is Summer Hellenbrand. It's 21-20 in favor of Marshall. Back and forth, first set. 11-6 has been was the largest lead for Marshall. Mineral Point's largest advantage has been by 2 at 17-15. So this has been very close for both sides. Low line driver near the net. It will stay on the Mineral Point side and will not make it over. Marshall gets the point, 22-20. Set number 1. We'll have the stats of the set coming your way at the end of the set. Tonight's matchup brought to you by the Highland State Bank of Highland, highlandstatebank.net, and Cole Acres Golf and Grill in Cuba City. Go to coleacresgolfandgrill.com. Serving Mackenzie Logan, low line driver taken by Ava Ingwell. Over by the bench in the back row, set over by Cabot. Now a little bit of playing around by Marshall on the left side. Hard kill, dug out somehow by Ingwell near the net. Going to the back row, it's going to be too deep. 23-20 in favor of Marshall, and timeout's going to be called by Mineral Point. Mineral Point calls timeout as Marshall 23, Mineral Point 20. Southwest Health has over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists, so you have specialized care without having to travel far from home. Learn more about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org. Community First Bank for you in the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference in Community First Bank. CFBank.com, member FDIC. The Melby Funeral Home and Crematory of Platteville offers a history of caring and understands that each family is unique and will honor personal requests and tradition. Matt and Laura Melby at Melby Funeral Home and Crematory, Platteville. Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team, Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocko. PAC provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center. Better health starts here. Russell Offices, local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Russell Offices in Platteville, Dodgeville, Cuba City, and Darlington. And Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center, Bloomington. And Hermson's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Main in Platteville. See Hermson's for the perfect paint for your next project. Hermson's Ace Hardware, Bloomington, and Platteville. 23 serving 20. Marshall with the lead and the serve. It will be Mackenzie Logan to serve. In the back row, taken by Cabot. High in the air, set near side. Just pushing it over are the Pointers. Quick set, far side, hard kill, down. Summer Hellenbrand makes it 24-20. Marshall in set number 1. This will be set point number 1.
What's Mineral Point's record this year, John? Overall record?
Overall record, it is 36-4.
Okay.
Serve by Logan. Deep, taken by Cabot. High in the air, near side, running after. It'll be blocked. No, point for Mineral Point. It stays on the Marshall side.
I did not see who hit that.
I did not either. The official was actually blocking my view on that particular play.
I'm going to guess it was Swenson because she was right there.
Bryn, yep, I think you're correct. Serve, Tenley Baca. Taken by the Cardinals. High in the air. Hellenbrand ends the set. Summer Hellenbrand with the kill. 25-20. Marshall takes set number 1 from Mineral Point. Back with more from Mineral Point High School on the shoebox scoreboard. 25-20, Marshall takes set number 1 from Mineral Point on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 5.
Last chance to join the holiday crew at Land's End. Time's running out to grab a flexible, fun job that fits your lifestyle and boost your holiday budget. Whether you're a student, a parent, or just looking to earn extra cash this season, join the Land's End team. And here's the best part. During peak holiday dates, you'll earn 1.5 times holiday pay plus other holiday surprises. Don't miss out. Apply now at landsend.com/jobs. That's landsend.com/jobs. Land's End, where flexibility meets fun. Turpin Dodge salutes Crystal Splinter, RN at Medical Associates Acute Care. Turpin will honor Crystal with a donation to the American Cancer Society in her honor. Visit TurpinDodge.com to nominate an area nurse. Thank you, Crystal, from Turpin Dodge in Dubuque.
In Game 5.
McNett Electric of Belmont can assist you with all of your electrical needs. Chip and his crew at McNett Electric are on call and ready to help you with your agricultural business and commercial needs. That's McNett Electric, Belmont. Set number 1 goes to the Marshall Cardinals, 25-20. Shoebox scoreboard update. Fenimore leading Cashton in set number 1, 19-18. Speaking of Cashton, we will see Cashton on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel tomorrow night, meaning the football team taking on the Blackhawk Warren Warriors at Murphy Field in South Wayne. Raleigh Cheese pregame show at 6:30 with kickoff at 7 p.m. Pecatonica takes set number 1 from Southwestern, 25-17. The winner of that matchup will play in Barneveld for a sectional championship on Saturday. We'll see if we can get updates from Barneveld coming up on our shoebox scoreboard. Take a look at the stats presented to you by Dodgeville Tax and Accounting and Arena L. Satterley CPA with offices in Dodgeville and in Gratiot. Go to DodgevilleTax.com for more information. Fenimore wins set number 1, 25-20 over Cashton. Our stats here. Marshall had more kills than Mineral Point, 9-7. Assists, 11-7. Digs, 11-6. Mineral Point had 6 blocks to Marshall's 1. Both teams had 1 lone ace. Tip kills, Mineral Point had 5 to Marshall's 3. Both squads had 2 service errors. Serving percentage, 92% for Marshall, 91% for Mineral Point. Stats of the set presented to you by Dodgeville Tax and Accounting. Go to DodgevilleTax.com for more information. The reigning, defending best of the best of Iowa County, thanks to the courtesy of the shopping news. So we'll go with that. As I like to just find different ways to say it. Our broadcast is being brought to you in part by Eggers Enterprises in Mineral Point, specializing in residential, commercial landscaping, and hardscaping, and now including lawn care and hydro seeding. They'll always exceed your expectations. Check them out on the web or Facebook or call Lane today. And by Farmers Implement in Mineral Point, congratulating the Mineral Point volleyball team on a great season at Farmers Implement in Mineral Point. Service has been a tradition for over 40 years. We have what you need to get the job done. We start set number 2, Marshall serving left to right as we see it. Mineral Point with a quick set in the middle. Tip kill attempt by Kinley Pruse, taken by Marshall. Kill attempt off the top of the tape. And they're going to say it was blocked. It will go out point for Marshall. Tonight's matchup also being brought to you by AB Electric and Mineral Point, proudly supporting the Mineral Point volleyball team and wishing all Pointer student athletes success this year. Check out AB Electric for all of your electrical concerns, abelectricwi.com or on Facebook. High in the air for Marshall, left side going down the line, and it will be out and wide. Rare hitting error by Carly Checky. We're tied at 1.
Barneveld lost set 1. I'm going to have to roll it back to get you a score, John.
Okay. So here's the serve. There's going to be a service error on Bryn Swenson. She hits it into the net, 2-1 in favor of Marshall. Thank you again to Sloan Implement, your official John Deere dealer in Bloomington, Cuba City, Montfort, and at sloans.com. Served by Ava Newberger, taking the back row to the front. Was it tipped to the tape? No, it was not. Point for Marshall. That was a wild swing by the Pointers. 3-1 Marshall. And right now, Mineral Point needs to go on a little bit of a run here because this great crowd wearing blue and white are pretty stagnant.
Pretty quiet.
Served by Ava Newberger, taken back row by Ava Ingwell. Bump set toward the front, pushed to the back row. by Maddie Cabot. Far side, kill attempt blocked. Carly Checky hits it over once again. Dug out near the net, and somebody was in the net. No, it will be point Marshall. 4-1. When you start seeing the antenna move, you start wondering what happened. As far enough away from us, we're not going to make any assumptions.
Looks like it was 25-21 St. Ambrose.
St. Ambrose, 25-21. Thank you, Raina. High in the air, near side, running in. Cabot with the kill. Maddie Cabot flying in. 4-2. Marshall's lead is 2 again. If you're just joining us, Marshall took set number 1, 25-20. Shoebox scoreboard update. DeSoto takes set number 1 from Highland, 26-24. Serve over by Ava Ingwell, high in the air, far side. That hard kill by Checky, kept alive by Mineral Point, somehow freed over. Now Marshall on offense. Quick back set, going with the left hand. There's Ingwell to dig it out. Back to the near side. Cabot for the kill attempt, tipped at the tape. Kept alive by the Marshall back row. Far side, Checky down. 5-2 Marshall. Carly Checky, the junior for Marshall, calling her name a lot here through 1+ sets.
And she's going to serve.
Pretty good student section on hand here, too, for the Marshall Cardinals. Serve by Checky to the back row. Kind of caught Bryn Swenson off guard. Bump set. Cabot will take and go hard cross court. Taken to the back row. Checky will hit it 2 points back row. Taken by Swenson toward the front. They'll be taken by Checky in the back. High in the air. Far side. That kill's going to be kept around. Marshall has to play it. It looked like it would have been in. Far side by Summer Helen Brand. Pancake by Cabot. Kept alive by Marshall near side. Left hand kill into the net by Addie Brown for Marshall. Mineral Point gets the point. 5-3 Marshall's lead is 2. But more importantly, Raina, that might have just changed momentum for Mineral Point after that pancake.
We'll see.
Mark that as a potential tri-core turning point.
That's what you want out of your senior leader.
You do. Hard line. Oh! They're going to say that was out. And a few Mineral Point fans here on the near side thought that was in. It was close. It was a low line driver. It's 6-3 Marshall.
Brooke Setterland
will have the serve. Thank you. The sophomore, the lone sophomore on this varsity roster with the serve. Back set, Cabot for the kill attempt. It's down. 6-4. Marshall's lead is 2. Bouse Electric call Brad Adrian and Josh Busher of Bouse Electric, Lancaster, and Fenimore. People's State Bank for personal, home, business, and ag loans. Visit one of their convenient area locations or visit peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC. Cabot, low line driver is an ace. 6-5. Pointers within 1. Gorgon Funeral Services, caring for families since 1916. Gorgon Funeral Services, Dodgeville, and Mineral Point. Cabot to serve. 5, serving 6, and set number 2. Deep serve taken by Checky. Quick set, kill to the back row. It's wide. We're tied at 6. That quick set, it looked like it was going to be down by Kaylee Gores, but she went just a touch wide. Cabot to serve. Very quick serve. A little floater. It's an ace. Barely getting over the net. She saw an opening in the front on the near side, and she was able to plant it perfectly. 7-6 pointers. 4-0 run here for Mineral Point. Set to the near side, going with the left hand to the back row, and in the net, Mineral Point's Tenley Backup. And she seemed to be away from the play as well. Coach Cabot talking to her team, saying you have to make sure, looking like she's saying you have to make sure your court awareness. Mackenzie Logan to serve for the Cardinals, tied at 7, into the net. Service error for Marshall, 8-7 pointers. Ivy Construction is a family-owned and operated ready-mix aggregate and excavation company serving Southwest Wisconsin. Ivy Construction of Mineral Point. It will be Tenley Backup, the sophomore, to serve. The right-handed serve to the back row. Marshall out of rotation or out of system. It's now 9-7 in favor of the Pointers. Tonight's matchup brought to you by Laley Center Monroe. Call your local dairy automation specialist Jordan Wilson at Laley Center Monroe. Serve, Backup into the net. 9-8. Mineral Point's lead is 1. Community First Bank for you and the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank. CFBank.com. Member FDIC. Summer Hellenbrand to serve. Taken back row by Ingwell. Quick set. Going to the back row. Taken by Marshall. Far side. Little out of play. Looking a little out of sorts there was Carly Checky. She had to hit it with her left hand.
And
it goes out.
the antenna.
It goes out. 10-8 Pointers.
Score update for you, John.
Yep.
St. Ambrose leading in set 2, 7-3.
All right, thank you. Our shoebox scoreboard update. Quick set. Far side Checky. Tip kill is down. 10-9. Pointers lead is 1. Krantz Auto Parts and Krantz Hardware do it best. See Rob Krantz and the crew for full service repair on cars and light trucks too. Krantz Auto Parts and Krantz Hardware do it best in Fenimore. Jump serve by Kennedy Weisensell. High in the air. Will be freed over by Mineral Point. Marshall going on offense. Quick set near the net. Tip and wait. There will be a point. It will be. They're going to say 2 hits by Mineral Point.
No, they said number 6 in the net.
Another one in the net. This is uncharacteristic by Mineral Point, being in the net as often as they have been.
Perhaps their block attempt just a little too overzealous.
We're tied at 10 in set number 1, or set number 2. Set number 1 went to Marshall. 25-20. Near the net, hard kill down. Give that one to Kinley Proust. And it seems like when we're watching this, Raina, with both teams, when you see them run up, you can almost tell it's just going to be down, just the way they attack it.
Yeah.
Served by the Pointers. Bryn Swenson, quick tip kill attempt. Mineral Point was ready. High in the air, near side, Cabot kill, just long. We're tied at 11. Tonight's matchup brought to you by Southwest Health. They have over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists. You can have specialized care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services, southwesthealth.org. Serve Ava Neuenberger. Back row taken by Ingwell. Bump set back to the back row. Kill attempt by Bryn Swenson. It will be fielded, back set, flying in, and it will be a kill. Just flipping it over for the Marshall Cardinals. That looked like it was Summer Hellenbrand from the back row, making it 12-11 Marshall. That was unexpected. Serve Neuenberger, taken on the left side. Quick set, Pointers, kill is down. Kinley Proust ties it at 12. This has been back and forth, Raina, by both squads to this point. Glad you could join us on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel and on x1071.com. Served by Ava Ingwell. High in the air, far side. That's going to be way launched by Carly Checky. It's 13-12 Mineral Point. That one was out of the basketball guidelines. That's when you know you slightly missed it.
Line.
You got it. Serve taken by Ellen Brand near the net. Tip, tip, tip. Mineral Point will reset. Ingwell bump set from the back row. Way too far on that hit by Bryn Swenson. We're knotted up again at 13. Nice matchup brought to you by Mountain City Bank's Total Line of Credit, allowing you the use of the equity in your home to do the things you want. Stop into Mountain City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Learn more. MountainCityBank.com. Near the net and down. Point for Marshall. Right there on it was Kara Hellenbrand. 14-13. Marshall leads set number 2. Marshall leads the match 1-0. They won the first one 25-20. Kind of a tenuous feeling in the Scott Schmitz Community Gym.
Intense.
Great contingent of Marshall Cardinals fans, too, that made the trek over. Serve, Checky, wide, service error, tied at 14. So even that, not feeling much of the emotion from the Mineral Point side. Right now, it seemed like when you're at home, you'd want your home fans to really build you up. Kendall Wegner comes in to serve. Her right-hand serve is going to be deep and on the line. It was on the line, yes. 15-14. At first, the side judge was like up. It was like, nope, it was on the line, and she was absolutely right on that call. Right about where I'm sitting is about that back end line. Probably the best angle I have. A short serve, kept alive by the Cardinal to the back row. Ingwell will take it. Here to the near side, running up on it. Cabot, kill. 16-14. Pointers with a 2-point advantage. Timeout. Marshall will take it as well. It is 16-14. Mineral Point leads set number 2 on X107.1.
In Game 6.
We know that good health is your number one priority, and at Grant Regional Health Center, it's ours too. Whether it's a mammogram, lung screening, or colonoscopy, we make it easier than ever to get screened for your peace of mind. And best of all, at Grant Regional, we offer quick scheduling and less travel, so you can focus on what really matters, your health. Schedule your screening today at 608-723-2131, accepting Medical Associates, Dean, and Quartz Insurance to name a few. Grant Regional Health Center. Better health starts here.
Our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school sports on Queen Bee Radio is presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental, and by Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. Check out our upcoming schedule at am1590wpvl.com.
In Game 6.
Back to Mineral Point High School. Point for Marshall. As Mineral Point was stuffed at the net, 16-15 now your score. Marshall trails by 1 in set number 2, but they lead the match 1-0.
Actually, I think what that was a block that went out.
Gotcha. And that is where you're able to see it at a little bit better angle than I can at times. Ingwell bump set near the net. Cabot painting the line. 17-15 Mineral Point. Again, our shoebox scoreboard update. Galena wins a regional championship 25-13, 25-17 over Eastland. More scores coming your way. We resume play here. High in the air. Hellenbrand with a kill. 17-16. Mineral Point's lead is 1. Just feels uneasy in this gym. I don't know if you're feeling that same vibe.
It's a tenuous lead.
It is. Jump serve by Mackenzie Logan. High in the air, set near side, and I think
in the
net again for Mineral Point.
I'm guessing Miller went under the net.
Ties us at 17 in set number 2. A lot of errors here by Mineral Point
that we're not used to seeing.
Right,
I don't
exactly.
think these fans are used to seeing.
Uncharacteristic. Bump in the air, near side Cabot high. Kill attempt is down in the middle of the court by Bryn Swenson. Nice assist by Maddie Cabot, showing how versatile both teams can be.
Yep.
18-17. Pointers holding on to a 1-point advantage in set number 2. Backup service error, too deep on the serve, ties us at 18. Shoebox scoreboard update. Fenimore leads set number 2 over Cashton, 16-12. Thank you, Tyler Dictanis, with giving us that update as he is on the call there. Summer Hellenbrand with the serve for Marshall. Quick step into the net by Kinley Proust. 19-18. Marshall with the 1-point advantage.
Energy level really down on the Pointer side now.
It is. It just feels that way in the gymnasium. Serve, Summer Hellenbrand. High floater taken by Ingwell. High set to the back row. Cabot will stand one-hander over. It's near the net, and a hitting error by Mineral Point's Kinley Proust. She saw an opening near side, did not get it over the net. It's now 20-18, and timeout, Mineral Point. The Pointers down 1-0, trailing set number 2, 20-18. Tonight's matchup brought to you in part by AB Electric and Mineral Point, proudly supporting the Mineral Point volleyball team and wishes all Pointer student athletes success this year. Check out AB Electric for all of your electric concerns at abelectricwi.com or Facebook. Eggers Enterprises in Mineral Point, specializing in residential and commercial landscaping and hardscaping, and now including lawn care and hydro seeding. They'll always exceed your expectations. Check them out on the web or Facebook and call Lane today. Also being brought to you by Applied Micro, your computer and networking specialist, Platteville, Dodgeville, and AppliedMicro.biz. Breckler Insurance Group. For all of your insurance needs, see Steve Landowski at Breckler Insurance in Fenimore. Breckler Insurance, serving Southwest Wisconsin for over 95 years. TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch of Cobb and Platteville. Beautify your home with decorative colored mulch. Give Jim Drury and the gang a call at TriStar Pallets Highland, TriStar Mulch of Cobb and Platteville. High set, near side, flying in as blocked. Point Marshall, 21-18. Both teams have one timeout remaining, and Mineral Point may have to call another one as you have Coach Cabot talking to Bryn Swenson. Serve for Summer Hellenbrand, middle of the court, taken by Cabot. Quick set, kill attempt, going for the tip, kill, dug out, it will go over. Set over by Swenson again. High in the air for Marshall, far side, kill attempt is down by Carly Checky. 21-18, Marshall with the lead. 5 in a row after being down 18-17. Serve, Hellenbrand, taken back row by Ingwell. High in the air near side, dug out by Weisensell. Freed over, Cabot takes it, set to the near side, it'll be just swung at, kept alive by Marshall and pushed over. Now the Pointers set to the near side, coming in for the kill attempt, dug out by Weisensell, kill into the net by Carly Checky. She had an opening in the back corner she was aiming for, but she hit it into the net. It's 19 serving 22. Mineral Point now will serve, and it'll be Sophie Miller. Gary's Pest Control in Dickeyville salutes our local athletes. Gary's Pest Control, over 40 years of professional, friendly service. Sophie Miller to serve. 19 serving 22 in set number 2. Back set, running after it, blocked by the Pointers. Give the block to Bryn Swenson. 22-20, Pointers within 2. This, if the Pointers want to win the match, I think they have to go on the run right now. High in the air, Checky blocked, kept alive by Marshall. Quick flip over, kept alive somehow by Bryn Swenson. Swing it over, Checky again, dug out Ingwell, all the way to the rafters. Bump set Cabot for the left side, dug out by Weisensell. Near the net, kept alive somehow by the Pointers, pushed over, kept alive now by Marshall's Logan. Hit for the back row, taken by Mineral Point. Bump set Engwell, near side with a right hand going hard cross court. Kept alive by Checky. She calls for it back. It will be a kill down the line. No, Mineral Point keeps it alive, but it will go into the student section. 23-20, the long rally goes to the Cardinals. Amazing athleticism on both sides on that rally.
Mineral Point needed to get one deep in that rally, and they didn't.
Kennedy Weisensell will serve. High in the air, near side. Kill is attempt is blocked. Bryn Swenson went to the net. It's blocked. 24-20. Timeout. Mineral Point. We will keep it right here. Actually, you know what? We will take a quick timeout. 24-20. Nope, we'll keep it right here. 24-20 in favor of Marshall in set number 2. Carver's Hardwood Flooring. For hardwood flooring, stair installation, or refinishing needs, call Ryan Carver. The only National Wood Flooring Association certified installer, sander, and finisher in the tri-state area. Carver's Hardwood Flooring in Benton. Also presented to you by Mount City Bank's total line of credit, allowing you the use of the equity in your home to do the things you want. Stop into Mount City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Learn more at mountcitybank.com. Also presented to you by the Melby Funeral Home and Crematory, Platteville, offering a history of caring and understands that each family is unique and will honor personal requests and tradition. Matt and Laura Melby at Melby Funeral Home and Crematory, Platteville. Don't forget, coming up at the conclusion of this set, we will have your McNett Electric mid-match reports. Will it be in 1 point? As set number 1 point. Set point number 1 for Marshall. Quick set near the net, pushing it to the back row. Dug out by the Cardinals, high in the air. Checky for the kill attempt. It's blocked, kept alive, pushed over. Mineral Point now scrambling, high in the air, near side, going for the kill attempt. Tipped in the tape, kept alive by Marshall. Flip over and down. Point Marshall. Set Marshall. the Cardinals. The Mineral Point Pointers are now on upset alert. They are now down 2-0. 25-20, 25-20. Back with the McNett Electric mid-match report after this timeout. You're listening to the Road to the Resch Center on Queen Bee Radio Sports.
In Game 7.
Attention business owners. Are you tired of monthly fees eating into your profits? Look no further than People's State Bank. People's State Bank's business checking account has no monthly service charge. Yes, you heard that right. 0 monthly service charges. But that's not all. Enjoy free ATM and debit cards, free online and mobile banking, and free bill pay services. With People's State Bank, managing your business finances has never been easier or more affordable. Stop wasting your hard-earned money on unnecessary fees. Switch to People's State Bank today and take care of your business finances. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
Watch live and archived H&N Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical and Lady Center Monroe high school sports video coverage all season on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Get the latest schedule at AM1590WPBL.com.
In Game 7.
Back with your McNett Electric mid-match report, presented to you by McNett Electric of Belmont. They can assist you with all of your electrical needs. Chip and his crew at McNett Electric are on call and ready to help you with your agricultural, business, and commercial needs. McNett Electric, Belmont. Take a look at stats of the set, presented to you by Dodgeville Tax and Accounting. Go to DodgevilleTax.com for more information. Mineral Point had 8 kills to Marshall's 7. Both teams had 7 assists. 10 digs for Marshall to 6 for the Pointers. Both teams had 3 blocks apiece. Mineral Point had 3 aces. Marshall had none. 4 tip kills for the Cardinals, 0 for Mineral Point. This is what hurts, Raina. 4 service errors for Mineral Point, 2 for Marshall. Service percentage, 92% for Marshall, 80 for Mineral Point.
Definitely does hurt.
That is your McNett Electric mid-match reports, presented to you by McNett Electric of Belmont. Back with set number 3 after this timeout. Marshall leads Mineral Point 2-0 on Extreme 107.1.
In Game 8.
Like any business, success in dairying is often determined by who you know rather than what you know. That's why it's good to know the pros at Fuller's, your Gia dealer. Fuller's is your source for milking and cooling brand products and a full portfolio of high-tech dairy and cooling equipment. Make your operation more efficient and profitable and get the most out of your dairy herd by partnering with the experts at Fuller's Milker Center, LLC, your local Gia dealer in Lancaster, Richland Center, and FullersMilkerCenter.com.
Our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school sports on Queen Bee Radio is presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental, and by Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. Check out our upcoming schedule at AM1590WPBL.com.
In Game 8.
With Raina Satterley, I'm John Satterley. Our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school sports presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors, and our Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, live, powered by H&N Plumbing, Heating and Electrical, and Laley Center of Monroe. From the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth, she's Raina Satterley. I'm John Satterley. Set number 3. Marshall leads 2-0. Both went 25-20. Now, Marshall, after taking the serve, kill attempt by Checky, taken by the Pointers, setting up here to the near side for the kill attempt. That's going to be dug out in the back row by Summer Hellenbrand. It'll be down, point for Marshall. 1-0 Cardinals. Shoebox scoreboard update. Fenimore wins set 2, 25-16. They now lead their match 2-0. Pecatonica wins set number 2. They are up 2-0. Highland defeated DeSoto 25-20. That match is tied 1 set apiece. High in the air, kill attempt dug out by Weisensell. Near the net, Checky, it's going to be rejected, but it's going to be out. It's going to be a point for Marshall. Don't forget at the conclusion of our matchup, we will have for you the Herms's Ace Hardware Most Valuable Player, Tri-Court Turning Point Scrapper of the Game, presented by West End Salvage during our Reeves Wealth Management and Edward Jones post-match show. That one's going to be hit over into the Mineral Point bench. It's now 3-0 Marshall. Set number 2, St. Ambrose over Barneveld, 25-21. St. Ambrose now leads that one 2-0 over the host Barneveld Golden Eagles. Serve taken by Ingwell will just be set over by Mineral Point. Marshall, quick set, going for the tip kill. It is going to be just wide. Point for Mineral Point. They're on the board.
That was tipped. Mineral Point gets a break there.
Okay, I could not tell from this angle, but nobody said there was a tip.
Yeah, it
so
was.
3-1. Marshall leads set number 3. They lead the match 2-0. High in the air. Checky for the kill. That will be tipped. That will be out. 4-1 Marshall. The Marshall Cardinals looking to move on to Richland Center Saturday night. Mineral Point looking to reverse sweep this. And you can hear the Marshall Cardinals students section asking Mineral Point, why so quiet? High in the air, near side. Cabot with the kill on the back line. 4-2, and Cabot just said, here's your why so quiet. I'll get louder. Careful what you ask for. I'm going to mark that, too, as maybe a tri-court turning point. Because if all of a sudden you start feeling that momentum shift, you never know. Checky high in the air, taken back row. Pointer scrambling. Cabot will set it over. Taken by Weisenfeld. Flipped over Mineral Point. The middle was open, and that's where it landed harmlessly. 5-2 Marshall. West End Salvage of Lancaster. See Junkyard Joe Krantz, the West End Salvage team for recycling as well as construction, demolition waste too. West End Salvage, Lancaster. To serve, it's Carly Checky. She has been huge tonight for the Marshall Cardinals. High in the air. It's going to be long on the hit by Bree Swenson. 6-2 Marshall. Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque, powering our audio stream. Anderson Weber Toyota Dubuque, when you are ready. Claire Bank with their 8 convenient locations, Southwest Wisconsin, proud to support community events. Claire Bank, where they say we can do that. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Carly Checky's serve, taken by Ingwell on the side. Bump set here to the near side, flying in and hitting it into the net. Was Maddie Cabot. Is now 7-2 in favor of Marshall. Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center, Bloomington. Hermson's Ace Hardware, the bottom of Maine, Platteville. See Hermson's for the perfect paint for your next project. Hermson's Ace Hardware, Bloomington and Platteville. Carly Checky serve. Back row taken, Ingwell. High in the air, far side, kill attempt by Bree Swenson. Taken now with the bump set. Going for it is Helen Brand, taken by the Mineral Point Pointers near the net with a left-hand punch. That's going to be wide. Point for Marshall. It is 8-2 in favor of Marshall. Brian's Auto Body and Paint Specialist. The pros at Brian get the job done right. For unexpected dings or major repair projects, head to Brian's Auto Body and Paint, Lancaster. Timeout Pointers. 8-2 in favor of Marshall on X1071.
In game 9.
People's State Bank is a locally owned and managed bank with convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology and low fees, People's State Bank is it. As a community bank, they're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become a part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
Watch live and archived H&N Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical and Lely Center Monroe high school sports video coverage all season on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Get the latest schedule at AM1590WPBL.com.
In game 9.
Lely Center Monroe, call your local dairy and automation specialist Jordan Wilson at Lely Center Monroe. As Mineral Point scrambles after the serve, Marshall gets back into system, high in the air near side, blocked! On the combination, Tenley, Backup, and Maddie Cabot send it back where it came from. It's 8-3. Marshall leads set number 3. Marshall leads the match 2-0, 25-20, 25-20. Serve Sadie Miller for the Pointers. Her serve, low line driver, is going to be near the net. It'll be flipped over again. It'll be out. Point Pointers. Raina, Mineral Point has not gone on any real true sustained run this evening.
They have not.
A team that comes into this matchup 36-4. Marshall is 25-10. Overpass will be taken. Marshall is able to recover. It's near the net again. Just tip. Now Mineral Point trying to get back in the system. Cabot for the kill. High in the air after the dig. Now over for Marshall. Flipping it over and into the net. Number 24, Macy Kinch for Mineral Point again. 9-4 Marshall. Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team, Dr. Brad Binsfeld, Nate Stocco, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, better health starts here. Served by Brooke Setterlund. That's going to be on the back line for an ace. 10-4 Marshall. Russell Office's local legal representation, call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Russell Office's Platteville, Dodgeville, Cuba City, and Darlington.
I'm not sure why Bree Swenson thought that one was going to be out.
Serve by Setterland. Mineral Point scrambling once again. Cabot will hit it over. That almost looked like a lift. Kept alive by Marshall. Hard kill is down. That by Summer Hellenbrand, 11 for Marshall. Dan's Auto Center in Mineral Point, the experts for auto service and repairs for tune-ups, new tires, and complete diagnostics. Visit the experts at Dan's Auto Center in Mineral Point. And Gorgon Funeral Services, caring for families since 1916. Gorgon Funeral Services, Dodgeville, and Mineral Point. Serve to the back row, taken by Ingwell. Back set to the far side. Cabot with the kill off the top of the tape. 11-5. Mineral Point trying to stage a comeback. Farmers Implement in Mineral Point congratulating the Mineral Point volleyball team on a great season at Farmers Implement in Mineral Point. Service has been a tradition for over 40 years. We have what you need to get the job done. Pointers trying to get the job done right now, trailing 11-5 in set number 3. Hard kill attempt, tipped at the tape, and in the net. 24 again. Macy Kinch, it's a 12-5. Third time we've called her name.
Asking for explanation now.
And she is shaking her head, just saying, "What are you calling?" Not happy about it.
And one thing I noticed, John, energy level, definitely having fun on the Marshall side, not so much on the Mineral Point side.
And that was one of the keys to the match.
And that's why I mentioned it.
By Coach Schreiber, was having fun. High in the air, Ingwell set at the net, tipped at the tape, kept alive by Kaylee Gores. Hard kill is down off the top of the tape and in by Summer Hellenbrand. 13-5 Marshall, and this place is stunned. Dan's Auto Center in Mineral Point, the experts for auto service and repairs for tune-ups, new tires, and complete diagnostics. Visit the experts, Dan's Auto Center in Mineral Point. 13-5 Marshall up in set 3. They lead the match 2 sets to none. High in the air near side. Going for the kill attempt. It's going to be blocked. 14-5. Farmers Implement Mineral Point. Congratulating Mineral Point's volleyball team on a great season at Farmers Implement. Service has been a tradition for over 40 years. We have what you need to get the job done. Farmers Implement Mineral Point.
Mackenzie Logan has served more than anyone else this evening.
My goodness. And she will do it once again from middle of the court. Taking by Ava Ingwell near the net. Bump set, it will go over and dunked down by Marshall's Kaylee Gores. 15-5.
Too long in contact. That was a lift.
Oh, did they give it?
They called it a lift. It was
they
too
did.
long in contact with the ball.
I agree with that. So it's 16-14.
I wondered if they were going to call that.
Yeah, I mean, it was wide open, but you're exactly
delayed,
right.
But yeah.
Yes, it was delayed. Serve, Tenley Baca. Taken by the Cardinals. Far side. Hellenbrand blocked. Kept alive. Now tipped over and be dunked down by Mineral Point. Give the block to Kinley Proust. 14-7.
Block and an unassisted kill.
That's another chance at a tri-court turning point where it could have been 15-5. Instead, now it's 14-7. Is that the momentum shift that the Pointers could use?
And then they give it right back.
Service error too deep. 15-7. Ivy Construction Mineral Point is a family-owned and operated ready-mix and aggregate and excavation company serving Southwest Wisconsin. Ivy's Construction, Inc. Mineral Point, high in the air. It'll be a set for Mineral Point, near side flying in and into the net. Marshall in the net. That looks like it was Kaylee Gores. 15-8. Shoebox scoreboard update. Highland leading DeSoto 11-3 in set number 3. Fenimore Cashton tied 12-12 in set number 3. Serve by the Pointers. Quick set. No, it's going to be just flipped right over. Point Marshall. Ava Neuenberger just flipped it over. Nobody was there. You pull that rabbit out of a hat, and Marshall gets the point.
You can't go to that well every time, but once in a while is just enough to keep the defense
honest. I think that's the second time they've done that. That's about it.
Is.
It has not been many times. Kennedy Weisensell with the serve. Set, Mineral Point, quick set, down. No, it's kept alive. What a dig by Marshall. Now Mineral Point trying to get back on offense here on the near side. It'll be tipped at the tape, kept alive by the Cardinal with the left hand. Flying in is Cabot to take care of it. Now to the near side. Marshall, quick set, far side, trying to go down. Oh, dug out by Mineral Point, Sophie Miller. Now into the net. It's hit by Bryn Swenson. It's 17-8 in favor of Marshall. Hager's Enterprises and Mineral Point, specializing in residential and commercial landscaping and hardscaping, and now including lawn care and hydro seeding. They'll always exceed your expectations. Check them out on the web, Facebook, or call Lane today. Timeout, Mineral Point, their final timeout. We'll take it as well on X1071.
In game 10.
Last chance to join the holiday crew at Land's End. Time's running out to grab a flexible, fun job that fits your lifestyle and boost your holiday budget. Whether you're a student, a parent, or just looking to earn extra cash this season, join the Land's End team. And here's the best part. During peak holiday dates, you'll earn 1.5 times holiday pay plus other holiday surprises. Don't miss out. Apply now at landsend.com/jobs. That's landsend.com/jobs. Land's End, where flexibility meets fun. Watch live and archived H&N Plumbing, Heating and Electrical, and Lady Center Monroe high school sports video coverage all season on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Get the latest schedule at AM1590WPBL.com.
In game 10.
Back to Mineral Point after the timeout. Mineral Point's trying to dig after. They'll have to just free it over. Marshall with a quick set. Kill attempt blocked by the Pointers. Near the net, it's down. Give the big block to Kelly Proust. 17-9. Marshall leads set number 3 by 8. They lead the match 2 sets to none, 25-20, 25-20. Now to serve is going to be Bryn Swenson. Her serve deep, but it'll be taken by Marshall high in the air. Far side, kill, down. Carly Checky makes it 18-9. Southwest Health has over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists, so you can have specialized care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services, southwesthealth.org. 18-9 in favor of Marshall. Barneveld leading third set, 12-5 on our shoebox scoreboard update. They trailed their match 2 sets to none. High in the air near the net, tipped and out by Cabot, 19-9. Community First Bank for you and the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank. CFbank.com, member FDIC. Ava Neuenberger with the serve high in the air in the back row, standing one-hander. The Marshall student section already chanting, "I believe that we will win." It'll be tipped at the net, kept alive by Marshall. High in the air, far side. Checky is blocked, and a point down for the Pointers. 19-10. It's looking bleak for the Pointers, but there's still time. Chanting, "I believe we will win," 19-9 is maybe a little early. But when you're up 2 sets to none, I don't blame them. Checky with the kill. 20-10. 5 points away from Marshall sweeping Mineral Point.
I'm really impressed with these juniors for Marshall.
Yes. To serve, Carly Checky. Again, another one of those juniors. Her serve down, taken by Mineral Point from the back row. Cabot too deep. 21-10. Marshall 4 points away from an upset here in Mineral Point. To serve, Checky. Low line driver taken by Ingwell. Bump set near the net, just touched over. Marshall now setting up far side. Hellenbrand dug out. Ingwell hits the top. It hits the ceiling. Kill attempt by Mineral Point. Marshall right there again. It'll be Hellenbrand dug out by Ingwell near the back line. It'll be pushed over by the Pointers and down. Maddie Cabot, perfect placement, but still a ton of work to do. 21-11, Mineral Point trails by 10. Set number 3, trailing the match 2 sets to none. Mount City Bank's total line of credit allows you the use of the equity in your home to do the things you want. Stop in the Mount City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Learn more. MountCityBank.com. Serving for the Pointers, Sadie Miller. Taken back row. Quick set, kill attempt, down. 22-11, Marshall. This place is stunned.
Stunned into silence.
A great crowd on hand here, too, for Pointer Nation, but the Marshall Cardinals have taken them completely out of it. Back set to Cabot. No, it's out. That looked like it was on the line on this side.
I thought it was tipped.
23-11. Marshall 2 points away from a stunning upset. Serve away, high in the air, near the net. Almost 2 hits, kept alive by Mineral Point. Marshall with a set, back set, freed over by Hellenbrand. Now Mineral Point, standing one-hander from the back row, it's in! 23-12. Mineral Point now with, you can't say zero margin of error, but it's a virtual.
Very slim.
It's a virtual zero. 23-12, trailing 2 sets to none. Serve Cabot, high in the air. Hellenbrand, dugout Ingwell. Cabot to the near side, standing one-hander cross court. In the net, Marshall. They're going to call Kaylee Gores in the net, 23-13.
I think that's the second or third time she's been called for that tonight.
Second time I know I've said it. Cabot will serve. Near the net, flipped over, on the line. Point Marshall, match point Marshall. Community First Bank, for you in the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank. CFbank.com. Member FDIC.
Serving, John.
And it is probably one of the most valuable players this evening, Mackenzie Logan. She has served the most, looking to end it here in Mineral Point. Serve over, high in the air. Pointers near side. Kill attempt is too deep, and the Marshall Cardinals sweep the Mineral Point Pointers in Mineral Point. 25-20, 25-20, 25-13. Mineral Point has been swept in the sectional semifinal. Our post-match show coming your way in a moment, presented to you by Reeves Wealth Management at Edward Jones. 25-21, 25-20, 25-13. Marshall sweeps Mineral Point. Back after this on X1071.com and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 11.
Hello, Amy here from Cuba City Family Dental. Part of our dedication to excellence in the dental services we offer are same-day crowns. Instead of return visits to our office, we can diagnose and fix your tooth in one day at any of our 3 convenient locations. Call us when you are in need and experience patient-centered care for you and your family at Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental. Ask about our new patient specials. Keep smiling, Tri-States.
Our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school sports on Queen Bee Radio is presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental, and by Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. Check out our upcoming schedule at AM1590WPVL.com.
In Game 11.
The student section has stormed the court to celebrate with the Marshall Cardinals. Marshall upsets Mineral Point 25-21, 25-20, 25-13. Post-game show coming your way on X1071.
In Game 12.
Speeding and reckless driving are leading causes of injuries and deaths on Wisconsin roadways. Whether you're an athlete or a spectator, control your drive on our streets, county roads, and highways to keep all travelers safe. Don't speed. Don't be reckless. Zero in Wisconsin. Together, we can save lives. This message from the Queen Bee Radio family of stations and the WIAA.
Turpin Dodge salutes Crystal Splinter, RN at Medical Associates Acute Care. Turpin will honor Crystal with a donation to the American Cancer Society in her honor. Visit TurpinDodge.com to nominate an area nurse. Thank you, Crystal, from Turpin Dodge in Dubuque.
In Game 12.
Final score, 25-20, 25-20, 25-13. Your Reeves Wealth Management at Edward Jones post-match show, including your final stats, most valuable players, tri-court, turning point, and scrapper of the game. That is just moments away on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel on X1071.com.
Post-game 3 minutes.
If you're upgrading a home or business, call the trusted pros at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. They offer a premium selection of CHI overhead doors, combining style, durability, and security for both residential and commercial properties. Need rain gutters to protect your building from water damage? Carey's has you covered there too. Learn more at Carey'sGuttersandDoors.com. They sell the best and service the rest. Get the quality you deserve at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors, Belmont, and Prairie du Chien.
Now at Steve's Pizza in Platteville, crispy flatbreads. Try the carnivore with pepperoni, sausage, bacon, and beef. Or savor the house flatbread loaded with sausage, pepperoni, mushrooms, and more. Want something classic? Go for the BLT or the spicy BLT with bacon, lettuce, and tomatoes. Or make it your own. Get any of your favorite Steve's Pizza pizzas on a crispy flatbread. Crispy flatbreads. Taste the crunch and savor the flavor at Steve's Pizza in Platteville.
Milk has been building champions for centuries. Research shows that real milk builds pregame muscle, and low-fat chocolate milk restores postgame muscle for athletes like few other beverages. That's why the pros know they're gonna need milk to fuel their performance. Learn their inspiring stories at GonnaNeedMilk.com. GONNA needmilk.com. Brought to you by Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin.
Some things are meant to come in a box, like chocolates, phones, or jewelry, but some things aren't, like a mattress. Hi, this is Doug Dolter with Dubuque Mattress, and there are two major reasons why your next mattress should not come from a box. First, when foam is compressed for too long, it will lose its ability to return to its full thickness. And second, a good quality mattress, one worth the money you paid for it, is too heavy to ship by parcel service. With mattresses, lighter isn't better, period. Dubuque Mattress, for the rest of your life.
Dubuque Mattress Factory, you get a little snooze time.
Southwest Tech in Fenimore celebrates Wisconsin Manufacturing Month. Employers in Southwest Wisconsin are eager to hire skilled workers in manufacturing, and the Industrial Mechanic program at Southwest Tech equips students with technical expertise in areas like mechanical drive systems, electrical systems, basic welding, machining, and more. Graduates of this program can either enter the workforce or continue their education in the 2-year electromechanical technology program. Apply today at swtc.edu. Southwest Tech, education as unique as you.
The Gifted Hands Thrift Store in Galena offers low-cost clothing and household goods to the public. Shop local and support individuals with disabilities served by the Galena Workshop. The thrift store provides paying jobs to many individuals and is a stepping stone for some to get a job in the community. Donated items are accepted at the workshop on Southwest Street in Galena, Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. till 3 p.m., except holidays. Gifted Hands Thrift Store at the Galena Workshop is open Tuesday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturdays 9 till 1.
Your high school postgame show is brought to you by Elena and Ben Reeves at Edward Jones, a financial service firm serving individuals and business owners.
Is your money working as hard as it should be? This is Elena Reeves with Edward Jones. If you want to provide for your children's education, reduce your tax bill, or prepare for a comfortable retirement, we need to talk. Today, more than ever, your financial security deserves the attention of full-time financial advisors. Take advantage of our years of experience. Contact financial advisors Elena or Ben Reeves at 608-348-2441 or stop by our office on Highways 80 and 81 in Platteville next to Sups Nutrition. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
A stunned Scott Schmitz Community Gymnasium in Mineral Point, Wisconsin. Upset alert goes to upset taken place. Marshall comes in here as a number 2 seed, a 25-10 record, and they sweep the number 1 seed Mineral Point Pointers, who came into this match 36-4, 25-20, 25-20, 25-13. Let's take a look at your most valuable players, presented to you by Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center. And Hermson's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Main in Platteville. Hermson's will be the MVP for your next project in your home. Go to Hermson's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville. And if you go for the Marshall Cardinals, you were talking a lot about Mackenzie Logan with her serving. Carly Checky, really, between her and Summer Hellenbrand, they were just absolutely they were just some dogs, on the net, and it seemed like Mineral Point did not have an answer for them for just how hard they were hitting the ball and their placement.
Those two combined for 18 of the 24 kills.
Wow.
So 2/3 or three.
And then you look at Mackenzie Logan with her serves. You said she had the most serves this evening.
She did until towards the end there. Wiesenthal actually ended up with 16, and Logan had 15.
Well, but between those two,
yeah,
look at both of those.
1/3 of the serves came from those. More than 1/3 came from those two people.
I agree, and that's, and Marshall came out quick.
And you said earlier, Point really couldn't get sustained, runs going, and that's evidenced by their serving space out too. They've got 11, 10, 10, 8, 7, 7, 3. So I mean, there was no point in the rotation that seemed to be dominant or seemed to really take really taking the lead and really just saying, hey, let's go when we're right here. Yep.
That really didn't happen this evening.
But it happened with
Marshall.
A lot with Marshall.
Yes.
And with Checky in the back row, even. Not only her killing, but she was also the dig leader with 8.
Yeah.
Because she was in, and she had she took a lot of those hard kills.
She did, and just absolutely amazing what Marshall was able to pull off here at Mineral Point. A lot of people in Mineral Point were talking about, hey, we're going to have to go to Richland Center on Saturday, and that's exactly what happens when you overlook a team.
Yep.
You overlook somebody, and this is what happens. You get a team that comes in, they're hot, they have nothing to lose, and keep in mind
and
now.
And they were having fun, as Coach Schreiber talked about. You could see it.
That was the one. I mean, it's easy to have fun when you're winning. It really is. But even when there was a couple of runs, it just really seemed like that love of the game, that love of the love of volleyball never seemed to leave the Marshall bench, where Mineral Point was trying to grab all night long, trying to grab any momentum. The crowd was really into it at the beginning, but it really quieted down. It was 20-20, and it was 20-20 in the first set, and then Marshall rattled off the final one. So yes, I actually did have that as an error. It was 25-21. I wrote it down wrong. 25-21, 25-20, and 25-13. So it just, again, if you're looking at a Tricor turning point, Tricor Insurance has plans built for you, your family, and your business. Contact Tricor Insurance. It's really hard to label one, Raina, but if you went per set, it really seemed like when Marshall took the timeout, Mineral Point first took a timeout down 11-6. Like, ooh, okay, Marshall came to play.
Yeah.
And I think we both, I don't know about you, but I know I was in the mindset of, okay, Mineral Point's probably going to win this, but it'll probably be a 3-1. Wouldn't surprise me if it went 3-2. Just one of those feelings. And then Mineral Point went on a run, got to 14-12, where they took the lead. Then after Marshall took a timeout, it seemed to me that all of a sudden Marshall grabbed it back, because then they took a 1-point advantage at 15-14. Mineral Point went up by 2, but then it was just back and forth, and just one little extra thing here, one little extra thing there to win 25-21. 4 points in a row very quickly at the very end. And then set number 2, I think, is what really sealed it for me for a Tricor turning point. Again, back and forth. Marshall was up. Mineral Point comes back in time. A couple of 2-3 point runs. Nothing major. But when it was 17-15, Marshall calls timeout. From that point on, it was all Marshall. It was tied at 17. Service error made it 18-17 Marshall in favor of Mineral Point. And then Marshall went on a run after being down 18-17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row to make it 22-18. Mineral Point rattled off 2 in a row, then 3 in a row by Marshall to win the set. And then set number 3 ran once. It seemed like once Marshall got out to that 3-0 lead, okay, got 1 point, but then trading it back, making it 4-1, then 4-2. Right after that 4-2 went to 8-2, and that right there, Mineral Point called timeout when it was 8-2, and it just seemed like it was all over but the shouting now that we look back at it.
Yep.
So that's kind of your turning point of the game, presented to you by Tricor Insurance. Insurance plans built for you, your family, and your business. Contact Tricor Insurance. We'll have your scrapper of the game and your final stats coming your way as Marshall sweeps Mineral Point tonight, 25-21, 25-20, 25-13 on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Post game, 2 minutes.
RPG came through the belly of the aircraft. We don't talk about the female combat wounded. These are our daughters and our sisters and our mothers. Wounded Warrior Project came into my life and taught me how to stand back up and get back in the fight. The truth is, I think we all have this strength inside of us, but until you're tested, you just don't know it's there.
See how Wounded Warrior Project empowers women veterans like Beth by visiting woundedwarriorproject.org/empowerwomenvets.
Diane from Michigan, a disabled senior citizen trying to get by. Henry from Florida, a veteran fighting to make ends meet. Elena from Arizona, a mother struggling to feed her daughter. Hi, I'm Connie Britton, and I support Feeding America because they help provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year, like Diane, Henry, and Elena. Learn more at feedingamerica.org. Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
I think it's just vapor. Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
One vape pod has as much nicotine as one pack of cigarettes.
My kid
knows it's dangerous. 5.4 million American kids vape, and most think it's harmless. Get your head out of the cloud. Talk to your kid about vaping. Visit talkaboutvaping.org. That's talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
I left the military with a traumatic brain injury. I came home to fight depression, anxiety, and alcohol.
As America's veterans face challenges, DAV is there.
I'm Adam Greathouse, Army veteran.
DAV helps veterans get the benefits they've earned.
With DAV's help, I've built a new life for myself.
With the right support, more veterans can reach victories, great and small.
My victory is just experiencing life.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Post game, 2 minutes.
Back to the Scott Schmitz Community Gym, Mineral Point High School, where tonight Marshall upsets Mineral Point 3-0, 25-21, 25-20, 25-13. With Raina Satterley, I'm John Satterley on our Reeves Wealth Management Edward Jones post-match show. Let's take a look at our final stats presented to you by Dodgeville Tax and Accounting and Raina L. Satterley, CPA, with offices in Dodgeville and in Gratiot. Best of the best of Iowa County, many years in a row. We will go to DodgevilleTax.com for more information. Set number 3, the stats were pretty even, but once again, they were tilted toward the Marshall Cardinals. 8-7, Marshall had more kills, 7-3 with assists, 9-8 with digs. Mineral Point had 4 blocks to Marshall's 1 ace for Marshall, none for Mineral Point, 4 tip kills for the Cardinals, none for Mineral Point, 0 service errors for Marshall, 1 for Mineral Point, service percentage 100% for Marshall, 93% for Mineral Point. So now let's take a look at the match stats. Marshall, 24 kills to Mineral Point's 22. Marshall had 25 assists to Mineral Point's 17. 30 digs for Marshall to Mineral Point's 20. Blocks, Mineral Point had 13. Marshall only had 5. 4 aces for Mineral Point, 2 for Marshall. Tip kills, 11-5 for Marshall. Service errors, this is really where momentum, you seem to be the momentum killers, Raina, was 7 service errors for Mineral Point to 4 for Marshall. Service percentage for the match, 95% for Marshall. Mineral Point, 88%. And I know you've said before that you want to be in that 93-94% range for service percentage, and Mineral Point below 90 really seemed to hurt momentum when they needed it the most.
Absolutely did.
Taking a look at some stat leaders for Marshall, it was Carly Checky. She had 11 kills. It was, where is she at here? Ava Newberger had 25. All the assists went through Ava Newberger. Checky with 8 digs. You had Gores. Kaylee Gores had 3 blocks, 5 tip kills for Ava Newberger. And then you had Brooke Setterland, she had 2 aces, both aces for Marshall. Then you take a look at Mineral Points leaders, as you had Maddie Cabot. She had team high 11 kills. Sadie Miller with 8 assists. Ava Ingwell had 9 digs. Kinley Proust had 7 blocks. Bryn Swenson had 2 tip kills. And you had Maddie Cabot with 2 aces. Backup, Tenley Backup had the most serves at 11. Anything of those stats, Raina, that kind of stood out to you? Or just kind of, the final score and the stats?
We already talked about. No, I mean, you had the majority of the offensive stats running through the same 2 to 3 people on the Marshall side. And, that was the case with Mineral Point against Lancaster.
Yes.
But it was not the case tonight. They could not get the friendly bounces. They overkilled, basically, tried to, and those went out. So more often than not, they had them going long that we didn't see the last time.
I agree. Those are your stats of the set, presented to you by Dodgeville Tax and Accounting. Go to dodgevilletax.com for more information. We will have your scrapper of the game, your shoebox scoreboard, and we'll wrap up from Scott Schmidt's Community Gym, where Marshall swept Mineral Point 25-21, 25-20, 25-13 after this timeout on the X Extreme 1071, x1071.com, and on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Post-game 1 minute.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. He sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself.
For many military veteran caregivers, their caregiving journey starts earlier in life and lasts longer. Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey and better care for your loved one and yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
When times get dark, we can't see the help that's all around us. Maybe you're not sure how you'll make rent, or you lost your job. When you don't know where to turn, let 211 be your guiding light. Our guides are ready to connect you with the help you need.
211, how can I help you?
Call or visit 211.org. 211. Get connected. Get help. A message from United Way and the Ad Council.
Post-game 1 minute.
This is your Reeves Wealth Management and Edward Jones post-match show from Scott Schmidt's Community Gym and the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth. Mineral Point High School, where Marshall defeats Mineral Point this evening 25-21, 25-20, 25-13. It's time for a scrapper of the match, presented to you by West End Salvage. It's a player or players whose hustle and scrappiness stood out in trying to lay the opponent to waste, presented by West End Salvage of Lancaster. Rain and I really had not talked much about this, but I'd almost have to say, before we honor the seniors for Mineral Point, you really have to give it up to the libero for the Marshall Cardinals, Kennedy Weisensell. She took a lot of huge hits, especially from Maddie Cabot, who was just absolutely launching them.
She ended up with 7 digs, where Checky had 8. So, yeah, she was up there.
Just talking about just being scrappy, and then you talk about Mineral Point.
Again, she's another one of she's a senior.
She's a senior.
Where the juniors were, heavy on the stats too.
That they were, and I think you have to really go for, trying to get this at least to a 4th set, if not to a 5th, and a win. Giving it to the seniors for the Mineral Point Pointers, Maddie Cabot, Addie Burris. She did not get a chance to play this evening, but Macy Kinch, she played a lot of minutes. Unfortunately, we did not mention her names many times in a more positive light, but she did do a lot of great things that we didn't mention. A couple of sets. She did have a couple of big plays, so it wasn't like anything was all bad. It was just there were a couple of times where it just seemed like, in the net, which, again,
and maybe
the coaching,
it's because maybe she hasn't played a whole lot this year.
But also keep in mind, it was the coaching, too, that was also questioning the calls, too. So we were just passing along our observance and what we had seen. But those are your scrappers of the game, presented to you by West End Salvage, the players whose hustle and scrappiness stood out trying to lay the opponent to waste, presented by West End Salvage of Lancaster. Let's take a look, kind of going on down the line for what's going on our Shoebox scoreboard, which is presented to you by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. Of course, we have our final here, 3-0. Marshall sweeping Mineral Point 25-21, 25-20, 25-13. Last update we had, it was St. Ambrose leading Barneveld 2-1. Wausau Newman up on Eau Claire Emmanuel Lutheran. That is 2-1. Southwestern, they won set number 3. Pecatonica still leads that match 2-1. Keep in mind the matches we're going to mention right now. You can also watch on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel and also on other stations on the Queen Bee Radio Sports, Queen Bee Radio network of family stations. There we go. Try to say 5 things at once, and that all gets jumbled together. Cashton won set number 3. Fenimore leads that match 2-1.
St. Ambrose is leading Barneveld in set 4, 19-14.
Okay. Highland wins 25-19. Highland wins theirs 25-19, set number 3, or set number 4. They win their match 3-1. That match just going final. We have Fenimore. We told you about Fenimore and Cashton. Fenimore leading that match 2-1. Try to look again. We told you about Highland over DeSoto. I think that's what we have for you here this evening. I feel like I'm missing one, but again, a lot of things kind of felt missing here this evening, Raina, from, I don't want to say this broadcast, but just, again, it seemed off here tonight in Mineral Point. Sometimes you have the vibes. The vibes were here, but it seemed like Marshall came in. They just basically grabbed the vibes, they took them, and it was hard for Mineral Point to recover. Any final thoughts before we decide to call her a night?
Nope.
All right, well, upcoming broadcast on the Queen Bee Radio family of radio stations. Tomorrow, it's Halloween. Well, it kind of got started early with a scary matchup here with Marshall and Mineral Point, and some scary matchups tomorrow night. Level 2 WIAA playoff football action right here on the X. Extreme 107.1 will be Fenimore at Darlington. On AM 1590 WPVL, ESPN Radio will be Platteville at Baldwin Woodville. Steve Prestegard will be on the call of that matchup. It'll be RJ Osterhaus at Johnson Creek. Potosi Castle at Johnson Creek on Dubuque Super Hits 106. 97.7 Country WGLR, Rob Spangler will be in Hilbert as Seneca Wazika Steuben hits the road. And I will be with Hall of Fame coach Dennis Murphy and his son Ryan Murphy as well on YouTube only on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, Cashton at Black Hawk Warren. Coming up on Saturday, we will have sectional final action as the Highland Cardinals will be taking on the winner of Eau Claire Emmanuel Lutheran and Wausau Newman at Riverdale. The winner of Southwestern Pecatonica, we will have that matchup as well. That will be at Barneveld. Whether it's against the Golden Eagles or Madison St. Ambrose, that is yet to be determined. Fenimore versus Cochrane Fountain City, Blair Taylor winner at Arcadia. Those are the matchups that we will have coming your way. Sunday, Carolina Panthers at the Green Bay Packers. 9 o'clock pregame on 97.7 Country WGLR. Rain and I, we will be in Illinois as well, coming up on Tuesday for volleyball IHSA Class 1A Eastland sectional semifinal as Galena Pirates will be in action with that matchup at 6 p.m. So I'd like to say thank you again to all of our sponsors who help make these broadcasts possible. Of course, I'd like to say thank you to our sports director, RJ Osterhaus. Again, Rob Spangler, thanking him too. He does all the running around to make sure we have all the video to make sure that you are able to watch on our Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Not only is he awesome in the mornings on 97.7 Country WGLR, but he is a man of many talents.
And an all-around good guy.
I'll let you say that. I don't want to swell his head too hard on that one. Johnny Page, our chief engineer, he helps me out when I'm still trying to figure things out. Tyler Dictanis, he is the Mr. Streaming Fix-It. And thank you to the entire staff here at Mineral Point High School. Of course, our sponsors who help bring this and every single game to you. And of course, thank you for joining us. Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of WIAA Playoff Volleyball presented by Cuba City Kieler and Darlington Family Dental and Carey's Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. And of course, our YouTube, Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel live, powered by H&N Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical, Laley Center, Monroe. Final score from the Ayers Furniture Best Seat in the House. And Steve, and Scott Schmidt Community Gym. Marshall, 3 sets none over Mineral Point, 25-21, 25-20, 25-13. More hit music is next on Extreme 107.1. For Arena Satterley, I'm John Satterley. The preceding has been a presentation of Queen Bee Radio Sports on the X. Extreme 107.1 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Have a great evening, everyone, and thank you for listening.
This has been a Queen Bee Radio High School